Hey everyone, just wanted to come and wish you, excuse me, wanted to come and wish you, yes, that's water you guys see. Wanted to come and wish you a happy new year. I know it isn't Tuesday, and I promise to do better next week to get so our transformation Tuesdays can start. But I did want to come to you, and I didn't want to um, postpone it. I did want to come to you guys and do a transformation video for you, um, and wish you a happy new year because I probably won't talk to you guys before then. Yeah, because I don't have any updates or anything like that for you. Doing good over the weekend though. Over the Christmas season, actually Thanksgiving season and the Christmas season did very well, and anticipating doing really good over New Year's. So, as far as that goes, not overeating and really staying the course and maintaining. I know I got my hair looks bad. I gotta redo my twist, but what I wanted to come to you to ask you and talk to you about today is transformation. And in the transformation, I wanted to talk to you simply about this. Do you truly believe? Do you truly believe in what you say you believe in? Because I believe transformation, as I say all the time, happens on the inside. And so you can't do a physical transformation on the outside if you're not willing to do an internal transformation on the inside. Because that's where true transformation happens. I have to work on the inside of me to get that in a place where I can then even accept the changes on the outside of me. And saying that, I went back to Netflix. I had Netflix and then I didn't have it, and I decided I wanted to go back. And they have it where you can watch it on your computer, watch it on your TV if you can. So you don't just have to get the disc, but you can actually watch some movies. And so recently I watched, because I told myself for the last 2 weeks of the year, every year moving forward. I started in 2010. This is 2011. I did it. The last 2 weeks of the year, I kind of pull back and allow myself to not work as hard as I have in my business, in my ministries, so I can, take that time to recoup and to branch out and to see where it is that I'm supposed to go. And so, in that, I've been, next year, I want to do the whole month of December. So, we're going to see how that goes. But in that, I did, the last 2 weeks of December, I did just that. And so, in saying all of that, going back to my reference to Netflix, I enjoyed Netflix, and I've been watching some shows that were on TV that are not on TV anymore. One being Roswell. Had heard a bunch about it. I know it's teeny bop, but good to me. Good entertainment is good entertainment. But I watched what Roswell, and me being a spiritual being, me being a being that has a relationship with God, a lot of things kind of stuck out to me, and in knowing where I am with my transformation and knowing what I'm trying to do with my life and how I'm trying to maneuver it and get it to go somewhere. Um, there was just a lot of things that just kind of made me go, wow. It had nothing to do with the show, but it made me reflect on me. And another show that I watched was Kyle XY. And in that, there was an episode called Life Support. And just real briefly, what happened in this episode is the Kyle, which is not an alien. I guess I call him a test tube baby. He's a test tube baby. I don't know how to put it any nicer. So he's a test tube baby. He comes to live with this family, and They take him in, and he's this innocent, 16-year-old boy, innocent to the world, and he has to kind of learn as he goes. And because he's this genius, he kind of learns and develops, and he just has some good morals about himself. And so he's Kyle, and then the mom, and I can't remember what her name is. Nicole, that's her name, Nicole. The mother, Nicole, and the son Josh are headed, and Nicole has to give a speech, and they're driving, and I believe it all takes. They always refer to Seattle, so it takes some place. It takes place somewhere in Seattle, and so they're going from wherever they live to wherever she has to go and give this speech. And in the course of it, driver being driver, distracted, whatever, got some issues going on. He gets distracted. Kyle's driving. He gets distracted, and they have a car accident. In this accident, the mother, everyone is fine. Everyone looks fine. And then you find out that the mother actually has been hurt pretty seriously. Long story short, she ends up on life support, and the family comes, and the father makes a statement, and I believe he was talking to Kyle, and he made this statement, and he says, father's name is Stephen, by the way. He says that he spent a lifetime rejecting religion, but now he's praying for a miracle. And when I heard that, I was like, how many times do we spend our lives rejecting what is the real thing that can help us? We reject the truth of the matter, and we want to accept because we've been hurt, because we've been talked about, we've been lied on, mistreated, because things didn't go our way, whatever it may be that's driven us away from the truth of the matter. We run from the truth of the matter, and we go into this place where we're rejecting the very thing that can help us. I see it in coaching all the time, because the help that we need may not come in the package that we want. And a lot of people will say, well, you don't look like a coach, or you don't you know you don't look like Tony Robbins, you don't look. And and I look at him like, oh, okay, well, pay Tony Robbins the millions of dollars to get the help that you need, when you don't have to pay me as much and get the same result. Sometimes we reject the thing that's right in front of us because we can't we don't understand how it's going to help us. We don't want it to help us. And so in 2012, my mission, if you will, my goal is to accept the obvious. Don't try to play it out. Don't try to disregard it, especially when it comes to making life better for me and those that I love. It's time out for me trying to find another. The answer is right in front of me, but I want to find another answer. And I believe that when you really start to look at yourself, when you really start to understand who you are and what you're supposed to be doing and how you're supposed to be doing it, why you're put on this earth, when you really start to understand that, you really start to see that I don't need to look for pipe dreams. I don't need to go out and find these things that don't exist and try to spend a lifetime avoiding something that could very well be the answer that I need. And in the going back to the episode, the wife does get better, the miracle does happen. um and I can't even call it a miracle, because it's not a it's a miracle for us, but it's more or less, the Kyle knows how to work it out, and since he's this little genius, he just figures it out, and he puts himself, he sacrifices his needs for the needs of the family. And I think that we can learn a lot from, just kind of sitting there. And when I was watching, let me just kind of say it this way, when I was watching Roswell and Kyle XY, I did like them. I did like the shows. I probably wouldn't have been ever would have watched them week from week, because they're just a little bit too teeny boppy. But because I could watch them back to back, it just kept pulling me in. It kept pulling me back in. But what it did do for me, it sparked me and told me to have some self reflection on my own life and on my own transformational journey, on my own spiritual journey, on this journey that I'm taking to transform my body and mind and spirit. And why is it important for me, and why is it important for those that love me to see me go through this and accomplish this, and why I have to accomplish it for myself. And so as I'm reflecting on those things, a leader can't lead unless they're willing to go out and blaze new trails and burn up some stuff and make some enemies. Because this is, I always make this reference. Harriet Tubman had to go through the Underground Railroad before she could go back into slavery and pull other people out to freedom. Sometimes we have to go out and transform our lives and change who we are and become the person that we're supposed to become, so then we can go back in and help other people. And so as I journey along and as I lead others and show you that I'm just as human as you are, I make mistakes just as you do, but the difference maybe that I'm willing to acknowledge my mistake and make it different and make it right. You know what I mean? Sometimes that's what it takes. Is stop blaming other people for what you don't have and realize that it's you spending a lifetime rejecting what may be the very answer that you need to live the life that you want to live. And once you get there, transformation can begin. Your life will change. That's all I had for you. Hopefully this spoke to you. Hopefully this helped you. And I'm pretty sure I'll be on this for a little bit because there's just so much that I've written in my journals about this. The stuff that I got from Roswell, watching Roswell, the stuff that I got from watching Kyle XY, um, and it's some real deep stuff. Like I said, it made me reflect on me. It has nothing, doesn't really have anything to do with the shows. What it has to do is what the shows brought up inside of me and made me think about as it pertains to the journey that I'm on. So again, happy new year to you guys. If somebody out there, and I know this is gonna sound crazy because I'm supposed to be watching what I'm eating and stuff, but I've been craving some chitlins. So if y'all making chitlins, y'all better call me up and say come on over so I can have some chitlins and some black eyed peas and cornbread or something. Cause I'm just craving it, and I crave it, but I don't know if I want to cook it. I don't know though. I'm craving it pretty bad, so I may have to go and see. I used to live in San Francisco. I knew where I could go and get them in Stockton. I don't know, and I don't trust Stockton. Don't trust it. The people don't. They don't know. They don't know. Anyway, okay, I'm about to be silly, so I'm gonna go. But you have a happy new year, and I will see you. If I don't come back on, unless something real, I just got to share it with y'all. Come up. I won't be back on until next week, and I'm going to try to do better to have my Transformation Tuesdays, because that's what I want. Transformation Tuesdays, where we talk heart to heart, me and you. Remember, transformation begins within.